Hello YouTube, Tammy is a yarn crafter doing a redo of the video I posted early this morning. I did it on my tablet and I had the items sitting somewhere different on my couch and didn't realize how dark it was because when I watched it through my tablet it seemed fine and I had it pre-timed to upload and I didn't realize it after it was uploaded and a couple people had seen it and it was very dark and you couldn't make it out. So I thought, okay, let's remove that one completely from the channel and redo off of my laptop. So what is it that I had posted and removed? Well, it's Friday, so Finish Objects Fridays. Like you may already know, I attempted to make socks with this yarn. Did really well. I did toe up. I was at the point to do the heels, and I started the one heel because even though I was doing two at a time, you're going to do one heel at a time. And I got, I think, 6 to 8 rows into the heel and I ended up dropping a stitch or not bringing it across or I did something wrong. And I thought I did it right. And I looked at that, no, this isn't right. It probably was. I just thought it wasn't and tried to fix it and made it worse. And because this yarn is like a woven style yarn, yeah, it made a mess. So I just said, okay, off the needles they came, both of them. There's no way I can backtrack the stitching. I've never been the type that can rip back to a point and re-pick up stitches. I try to, if I've got to rip out a row or part row, I remove one by one. And the pain, and with this yarn, I wasn't doing it, especially at the style of heel I was doing. So I ripped it out. And thought, okay, I really want to work this yarn. It's 100% wool yarn, but it doesn't bother my feet, doesn't bother my hands. It wouldn't have bothered my head either if I had made a hat with it. So I thought, what am I going to make with them? And I finally thought, you know what, I'm just going to make an old-fashioned pair granny style slippers that anyone who's probably in their mid-30s or older had as a child. I'm almost certain of at least one's in their 40s. I can pretty much guarantee anyone that's in their 40s or older had these slippers growing up as a child. Your grandparent or your grandmother or your mother made them for you. I learned how to make them at a very young age. Now the yarn, I do not have the label sitting here anymore. So I couldn't tell you what it is. I do know I've shown it in the past with the label. I do know it's 100% wool. I do not recall the colorway. Sorry, I was pulling a hair out of the end of the toe of the one slipper. I do know they were wound differently. I do know by looking at each slipper, and I got fluff on them because I've been wearing them already. Should have done this beforehand, but yeah, I know how life goes. So, because they were wound differently, and then the one sock had a tie on, they look like totally different socks or slippers, sorry, but they are from the same yarn. I promise you, just two different skeins. And I won the yarn from Erin over at Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. Her son Chomps picked this yarn out for me. And Chomps, I would like to thank you very much. I'm definitely going to send Mom a photo, hopefully, of them to her Facebook group and let her to inform her. I'd like her to let you know I used the yarn. So I'm going to hold them up by the toes, front side or top side, showing them to you first. And so this one here with all the yellows in it had the tie on down here of the two different yarns. So like this whole section here is a repeat here again. So I really don't, like obviously the yellow and this other green up here would have been down here. Then I don't know if it would have started to go into this other colorway. I don't know. But that's the front of them. And then here's the back. I do have very skinny feet, long feet. I wear a size 9, 10 shoe, depending on the shoe. But my feet are pretty skinny. So those are my slippers. They're just for wearing around here at the house. Like I said, I've been wearing them. There's little fluffies on them already. And hair, you know. That wonderful age where your hair is falling out more than it's growing. That's for sure. So that's my finished object for this week. Other than that, I don't have anything planned, really. Next Wednesday, I may have something to show you. I really don't know. I I'm not sure what I'm going to work on over the weekend. I do have to figure out my book, my head to toe winter knits book's down here on the floor. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. I just haven't thought, I haven't wanted to move the one end table and the stuff underneath it to see if by any chance it's down there. But I'm pretty sure it's down there. Maybe I should pull that out tonight, or at least verify that's where it is and get it out of there. And go through my yarn, see if I do have something to make the next object that you guys had picked a while ago. And again, I apologize, I haven't gotten started on that yet. And maybe get that started. I did kind of fiddle with some squares I made. Oh boy, I want to say pre-pandemic. Oh yeah, I'm certain these were made pre-pandemic. And I'm going to turn them into a bag for things we're making Thursday. And what I did with them, I don't like it. So I think I'm going to rip that out and just leave the squares as is for now. And maybe at some point, because they're a good size square, I'm going to say they're at least 10 to 12 inches, possibly even 14 inches wide. And leave them as is. And see about maybe getting other yarn that will go okay with it. Because, again, I don't know what yarn I used, no labels. And maybe turn it into a big blanket of some kind with a weird center. I don't know. But I might work on that. Like I said, right now, the only thing I do have on the go that I have not touched is my Sophie's Universe blanket. And of course, I am mid-row right now on her, and I'm not even sure if I'm doing the row correctly or not. And because the instructions on the one row was kind of vague, in my opinion. And by the way the short row was written, it looked to me like it was going to be very lopsided. So I thought, I think this is a mistake. So I haven't touched her in a while. I should maybe get onto that row and get it done. Get the next row started and see if it works out right. At least then I'll have something to show you guys next Wednesday. But yeah, all I got done this week was my slippers. I think because, we're going into, or have gone into spring, and, I'm pretty excited about hopefully getting my greenhouse put together in the next week or two, and seeing about getting some potting soil and bags of that, and starting to get a few items I need for here at home, and get my seeds started hopefully in the next few weeks. And I think that's kind of got my mind going more that direction right now than working on knitting and crocheting. So I don't know what I'll have for you guys next and when. I do know, like I said in yesterday's video, things I'm making Thursday for the next month is bags. And like I said, I was going to turn these squares into a bag. Kind of don't like the way they're looking, so I scratched that idea. And I know this month for Erin's Creator Spotlight, we're just extending April's into another month, so we don't have someone new for May. So I am waiting for the May 1st for I had the right page here, for Judy's Creations in Crochet and Nan's Crochet Ideas to start their next month make along, and from there I guess that's how I'll design my bag. So we'll have to wait and see. But I had you guys long enough, so have a great night. Have a great weekend. I will see you guys on the YouTube streets when I see you. Bye for now.